If a woman's body makes brief contact with yours in a certain way, even for a moment, it can reveal more than most people realize. Small physical signals often carry meaning that many men completely overlook. What I'm about to share is an insight into how attraction sometimes shows itself quietly through body language. There are subtle behaviors a woman may display when she has already started to feel drawn to you. These actions might seem minor at first glance, but together they create a clear pattern. In this video, we're going to explore 7 specific signals that can reveal her interest without her needing to say a word. And the final one, number 7, is especially powerful. Men who understand it often begin to recognize attraction almost instinctively. Once you learn these signs, you'll start trusting your observations instead of constantly second-guessing yourself. Think about those moments when you feel a strange spark in the air. No kiss, no deep conversation, yet something feels different. Maybe her hands move slightly or she glances away and then quickly looks back again. Perhaps she flips her hair in a quick, almost automatic way. At times you might wonder if you're imagining it, but many of these reactions are very real. Here's an important truth. Women do not always express interest directly through words. Feelings often appear first through body language. When her body begins sending signals, those signals can be louder than anything she might text or say later. This behavior connects to the way the human brain works. Our emotions react faster than our logical thinking. The emotional side of the brain often responds first, and the body reflects that reaction instantly. It's quick, natural, and often unconscious. That's why these signals can be subtle but powerful. A man who doesn't recognize these signs might miss important opportunities to connect. But someone who learns to notice them gains a huge advantage. He interacts with more awareness, more confidence, and a calmer presence. That combination often creates deeper and more authentic relationships. So stay with me, press the like button, and subscribe if you enjoy learning about the psychology behind attraction. By the end, I'll also mention my ebook, Attraction Secrets, where you can learn practical ways to build connection naturally and honestly without awkward lines or forced behavior. These ideas are inspired by Pan. Now let's start looking at the signals themselves. Think of them as 7 small touches or gestures that act like invitations. Each one tells a quiet story. The first sign is when she adjusts her clothing. You might notice her pulling slightly at her sleeve, straightening her collar, smoothing her skirt, or fixing a strap. When a woman feels attracted to someone, she often becomes more aware of how she looks in that moment. It's not only about appearance, it's a natural reaction to excitement and nervous energy. Her body is subtly preparing itself to be noticed. Imagine you're talking with her and everything seems relaxed, yet she keeps adjusting parts of her outfit. Maybe she looked perfectly fine before the conversation even started. That small behavior can mean she suddenly cares more about how you see her. It's often a quiet form of flirting, her body signaling that she wants your attention. Have you ever noticed something like this before? It's one of the earliest signs that attraction may be present. At the same time, your own energy matters. When you stay calm, steady, and confident, your presence feels stronger and more appealing. The second sign involves her neck or collarbone. This area of the body is naturally sensitive. So when a woman lightly touches it, plays with a necklace, or lets her fingers rest there while talking to you, it can carry meaning. These gestures often appear when she feels both comfortable and intrigued. It reflects a mix of attraction and a sense of trust. Many people overlook this signal because it looks so casual, but body language experts often see it as a moment when someone is revealing a softer, more open side of themselves. When attraction and emotional safety exist together, these subtle gestures tend to appear. Another clue involves her lips. If she gently bites them, slowly applies lip balm, or touches them lightly while looking in your direction, it can signal growing interest. Across cultures, lips are strongly connected to expressions of desire and intimacy. Sometimes these actions happen almost unconsciously, as if her mind is quietly preparing for a closer connection, even if she hasn't fully realized it yet. When you begin noticing these kinds of signals, the key is not to rush or force the moment. Slow your reactions, keep relaxed eye contact, and allow a genuine smile to appear naturally. Calm energy often speaks louder than words. When you stay composed and confident, the interaction becomes comfortable for both of you. Many men experience moments like this, but do not always realize what is happening. Busy routines and daily stress make it easy to overlook subtle emotional signals. But when you stay aware and keep a steady, positive mindset, your ability to connect with people changes dramatically. Sometimes attraction shows up in small movements. A woman might cross and uncross her legs, lightly touch her thigh, or tap her knee while you talk. These actions often come from nervous excitement. When someone feels completely indifferent, their body tends to stay still. But when attraction begins, extra energy often appears through movement. If she does this while keeping eye contact, it may suggest you have captured her attention. Long work days and stress can drain focus. But learning to notice these little details can bring back curiosity and energy into conversations, whether with new people or even close friends and family. Another common signal is playing with her hair. She may twist a strand around her finger, brush it to one side, or gently tuck it behind her ear. These gestures often happen when excitement builds, and she needs a subtle outlet for that energy. Hair becomes an unconscious way of expressing interest without saying a word. Many men later realize that recognizing this small behavior helped them feel more confident in social settings. You might also see a more modern habit. She picks up her phone but doesn't actually use it. Maybe she flips it in her hand or unlocks and locks the screen without typing. This usually isn't boredom. Often it's simply a way to manage nervous energy while she processes the emotions created by your presence. Her hands can also reveal a lot. She may rub her fingertips together, twist a ring, or play with a bracelet while talking. These subtle actions help release tension when emotions start building. Men who notice these details and respond calmly often create a more relaxed atmosphere. Take a moment to breathe and stay centered. There is no need to prove anything or rush forward. A calm voice, relaxed posture, and steady eye contact already communicate confidence. Think about how many times signals like these might have appeared before without being noticed. Awareness changes everything. When you begin recognizing these patterns, you naturally become more present. And that presence often attracts people toward you. Women are often drawn to men who appear observant, calm, and comfortable with themselves. Attraction frequently develops through emotional cues and natural chemistry. Once you understand these signs, you begin recognizing them as they happen. If these ideas resonate with you, consider showing support with a like and subscribe for more insights. Another important factor is physical space. When a woman slowly turns her body toward you during conversation or angles her shoulders or hips in your direction, it often means her interest is growing. She is not just sitting nearby out of politeness. Her attention and body language are moving toward you. When she leans slightly closer or moves her chair nearer without a clear reason, it usually means she feels comfortable letting you into her personal space. Mirroring is another powerful clue. People naturally copy the behavior of those they feel connected with. If you adjust your posture and she soon does something similar, her mind may be subconsciously syncing with yours. This kind of alignment happens naturally when two people feel comfortable together. Her voice can also shift. Some women speak a bit softer, others slightly higher, and sometimes they lower their voice, so you instinctively lean closer to hear them. These small changes quietly create a sense of closeness. Laughter is another strong indicator. If she laughs easily at your comments, even simple ones, it usually means she enjoys your presence and the energy you bring. Eye contact remains one of the clearest signs. It's not just about looking, but about how long the gaze lasts. A common pattern is a quick look at your eyes, then briefly at your lips before returning to your eyes again. That short glance toward your lips can reveal attraction. Her pupils may even appear slightly larger when she looks at you, especially in dim lighting because excitement and focus cause them to expand. Small objects can also reveal nervous energy. If she rotates a cup, pen, or phone while talking, it can be another outlet for emotional excitement. Hair flips sometimes reveal even more. When she tosses her hair and exposes her neck, it can signal comfort and trust. The neck is a vulnerable area, and revealing it often happens when someone feels safe and open. Feet and legs also tell an honest story because people rarely control them consciously. If her feet or knees point toward you while sitting, her body is naturally directed your way. Memory can be another meaningful sign. If she remembers small details about you, like something you mentioned earlier or your favorite drink, it shows she was paying real attention. Strong attraction can also create moments of shyness. If she laughs and then looks down or briefly covers her mouth, it may simply mean the moment felt emotionally intense for her. Finally, notice how she responds to light, natural touch. If you gently brush her arm during conversation and she remains relaxed rather than pulling away, it often means she feels comfortable with that closeness. In the end, communication is not only about words. The body often reveals far more than people realize. When you learn to recognize these quiet signals, you begin to understand the deeper language of attraction. Inspired by Pawn.